Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Summit 8 qualifiers for the CIS region. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by the wonderful Trip Packs, and we're here in game number 3. We've gone the distance, it's happened, it's finally made it work, and Trent, how you doing?
I'm doing better now. There's an Earth Spirit. Okay, we'll allow this.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. I'm expecting maybe some normal Dota. I don't know how to say it. It's weird. Sometimes you like move from tournament to tournament, and it's just like, how can you be so understanding of like everything that happens in a couple of games to come to these games, and it just feels so confusing. I don't know what it is.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's weird. It's like they're not playing Dota the way that you kind of expect people to play Dota. They're not like early aggression, early like when's the first time did anyone ever go for an objective as a team today?
Yeah.
There were like one moment mid I can remember where they all grouped up and did it, but it just feels so split and scattered across the day. It's weird. Gambit, it was game 1 actually, sorry, where it was like that Chen Quap and everything. They're like, okay, they're like taking mid and they're owning and they got this PL. Like that game looked real. And there he is again.
And then the other one was just kind of craziness. I know exactly what you mean. To me, you build up these ideas in your head of how Dota should be played, and then there's a difference in terms of play style. And maybe it's just that, you know, the tournaments that we've seen recently, Dota Pit being a big one, and of course, like the major going on before that, it's a certain style. And in these CIS qualifiers, we're seeing something different. And it comes down to even things like expectations of like play styles and movement around the map. And when that doesn't happen, it kind of, at least for me, throws me off.
Yeah.
But
Wyvern just made it through the first phase.
No. Oh, it did. Yeah, through the first phase.
And they just took Shadow Demon instead. I'm curious.
Is Shadow Demon next to Wyvern? Is that a little mix up there? I don't know.
The unintentional click. Yeah, there you go. The only reasonable explanation. No, it's
Shadow Demon's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's alright. He got some buffs, right? He does cool stuff now.
The creation of an illusion when you get the poison off on folks. And
if I'm not mistaken, they also reverted that whatchamacallit thing.
I don't know.
I was literally just thinking in my head, Soul Catcher.
Okay.
Remember the name for a second.
Turn to pick.
So yeah.
You remember the level 20 talent for him? That's like, what is it? You sulk or you disrupt somebody for like plus 5 seconds or something.
It's 25. It's plus 5 second banish duration.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that means that would put it to 7.5 seconds on an 18-second cooldown.
I don't even know if that's
hype.
Good, right? Because you almost like have to use it offensively at that point.
Yeah, it's true. But how many poison stacks could you get on someone now?
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Wow.
I mean, that's
I hope
cool.
If you're level 25, you're barely pressing the shadow poison button, except for scouting. Honestly, it's stopping blinks, but yeah, I'm not too sure. That's an interesting one. There'd be definitely some games I'm sure would be really strong. Like if there's some hero, maybe like a lone druid bear or something, you just keep banishing it.
Yeah, it's a possibility. There's things that could be there. I was wondering if they wanted to do the Mirana setup, but they're just gonna go for the Luna. So Shadow Demon Luna is back.
I guess everyone's kind of expecting this to come back, but there it is.
I mean, like, why now? You know, like you played 2 games, you don't see anything that looks like this, and now you suddenly decide that it's time to go Shadow Demon Luna. What do you think is the reasoning?
I think maybe they predicted they'd take the Chen because they didn't ban it this time, so they were hoping that it would be grabbed up again by Gambit, and so this was their response to that by saying, okay, if you guys want to go Chen and everything, then we'll get like a Luna. That's pretty nice. She can just clear through all your creeps. She's fine with that. She is decent burst. She does damage pretty fast. We're fine going later with this hero. They go Dazzle now. This kind of looks towards some sort of like a TV draft or something from Gambit.
Yeah.
Draft strat also possible.
You know what I saw that I kind of liked was the Wraith King Dazzle combo where you create the skeletons
yeah.
and then the shadow wave. Kind of cool stuff.
5 seconds
Gambit
remaining.
or Empire actually themselves been running that a lot.
Yeah.
Recently, they just ran it, and then I saw it at Dota Pit a couple times too.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong. In general, just two really good heroes together, right? You can like aggro and stuff with them. I think this game, one of the big successes of game one was that Chen Sand King, right? So they'll be in the off lane this time. He can still pull the waves back, but Axe will be the next pickup. Solid against the Chen, obviously the dunk against the Grave, and there's the TB. Yeah.
Huh.
100% expected, but they still go for it after the Axe, which is definitely some risky business, but they have a plan, right? Chen, Dazzle, Terrorblade, these three heroes sync up very well for the early game. Get the Metamorphosis, start rushing down buildings.
If you use Reflection on Luna, does it work on illusions?
Yep, you get her aura.
But I guess what I'm asking is if you reflect her, obviously it creates a reflection of her. But if you reflect her illusions, does it also create a reflection of her illusions?
Yeah, it would.
So that means you'd have like your own SD Luna combo of shooting glaives back at their team.
Well, I mean, for the most part, you're just getting her aura. That's the big thing.
Okay.
Just want Luna aura.
Okay.
That's the main reason to do it.
I think that aura is overrated. I don't give a damn about it.
That's true. It's not as good as a lot of the other ones, like Venge or something like that.
But Ghostic Axe, this is a classic for him. It's a hero that I feel like he kind of rose to prominence on. Big initiator along with the Earth Spirit. He can play that like counter initiation role if he wants to, but can sometimes run into some issues with Dazzle. He counters it late, but in the laning stage it could be rough.
Yeah, there's some issues if you try and cut the wave or anything like that. He'll be raiding off lane probably by himself because he's a Shadow Demon on his team, Shadow Demon Earth Spirit on his team, so they're not going to be assisting him very much. At least he can still jungle a bit at the start. So they do not have the last pick for Gambit, unfortunately. That's definitely nice with TB because then you have like chances with you can just go mid TB against a lot of different matchups, but you're kind of stuck safe laning him for the most part. If you don't have the last pick, unless they have something really flexible in their other final pick.
They got to ban
Queen
Tinker
was the
here,
ban.
right?
Sorry?
They got to ban Tinker here, right?
I don't think it's... I don't know. I'm surprised people are still banning it when they... like, this draft isn't that all in, but I guess he is really good against the Terrorblade, even like the later stages too, so it would still be a viable choice to ban. Get rid of that whole laser reflecting everywhere.
Whoa.
The Razor instead. And they grab a silencer. Oh, this is exciting. Now, please, well, I've been wanting to see mid Dazzle with the damage talent. However, I'm going to assume it's mid silencer.
Either one's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be mid silencer, sadly. Unless you're like super hype and you just go mid Dazzle because they went Axe and you're like, oh yeah, want to see something sick. I don't need Grave.
I actually love that build just in general, like the 404.
It's so much fun playing core Dazzle.
Yeah, or I mean, even playing support Dazzle and going 404. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if they go
Team
for
Empire. What do you got? They do it. Yep.
Take the Tinker.
I'm kind of with you on that one, I have to say. Like, at first I was like, well, I mean, I know everyone does it as a joke. Well, not a joke, but like whenever you see a draft strat, they ban Tinker because you just don't want to get marched out of it. But when it's TV especially, now if they fail mid, or in that like early to mid kind of game for pushing, then the Agnibs will still be there to kind of get him in the end. So why is there a Dr. Roboto Shadow Demon? Are you seeing this?
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I've never seen that set before. That's a weird one.
He's like a unfinished mech or something. He's like a big Power Rangers came to... I don't know what this thing is. He looks like a robot.
Yeah, it's kind of metallic looking. Some weird ones.
And also the TB was like pitch black. That thing is scary.
How does FN not have a set for Tinker? Like, what? This is going to be the first time without having the March laser, like the Immortal.
Oh, bless him. Maybe he has a bad computer.
Maybe. That's probably part of it. Like, I can't handle it. It's too much. Also, I don't know if Terrorblade has the, is this the Immortal or the whatever one? What set is this for Terrorblade?
Yeah, it's the. I think that's the Immortal, isn't it? Or the Arcana, rather. And then you
Arcana?
put like the black gem inside of it to color it.
Oh, interesting. Well, game number 3 online. We have to watch and wait and see what the situation is going to bring up. And personally, I guess, like, it feels as if they must have known that the Tinker could have come out. With the Silencer pick, is that a counter to Tinker?
In a sense, I suppose. And he's going to be core, so we have that. He'll be going mid lane on that. I can remember this guy playing quite a few Terrorblade games, too, so kind of hyped to see that, but... I mean, it's decent against Tinker. You know what else is cool? That Nullifier item against Tinker. That makes him really sad.
Yeah, I bet. That's not what you want to have
Obviously
happen.
a very item-dependent hero. Then he can't just, like, rearm and... Well, I guess a lot of items stop him from rearming and stuff, but it's he doesn't have any options left at that point. It's
Right.
nice.
Wonder what you would go for as far as who would pick up a Nullifier. I guess Silencer, maybe?
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen this game, honestly. I mean, that would only be if someone who's, like, jumping on top of him, so you stop him, like, Glimmer Caping or... those Glimmer Cape Tinkers are so obnoxious. Ghost Sceptering, Yule Sceptering, all kinds of solutions.
Silent shows in the bottom. The smoke broke. Bignum is here. We'll probably see the send back of the creep again, the ranged one. If you know that's happening, is there any way to counter it? Like trying to push super early and kill a bunch of them to the tower or something? Or
Nah, I don't think you can do anything. I guess, yeah, technically, as you said, you could just block or not block at all.
yeah.
But it's still unlikely to benefit you because pulling is so hard now. Can't do it until like 1:30 or whatever. 1:13, I suppose, the earliest. Looks like Earth Spirit will survive after all that down bottom.
Oh, I didn't even see any of that. Oh, God.
Oh. They just ran at each other. It wasn't
Alright,
a big deal.
cool.
Everyone cast their spells on Earth Spirit. He lived.
It's going to try and get back home now.
Well, speaking of back home, goodbye, range creep. Haha. Oh, man, that's
Okay.
hilarious. I love that you can do it twice, too.
Yeah. It's quite good.
It's so funny.
I mean, technically, you could do it more than that. You could probably send both
yeah.
of these creeps back.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You could really just keep throwing away the range creeps. I wonder how long of a chain you could keep it going.
Well, it's a 10-second cooldown, so it's probably you could get 2 range creeps at once, and that'd be the most.
And level 1, it's a 6-second delay. What if you just sat in the fountain? Like, how long could you imprison the same range creep? All right, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It'd be
Not
kind
a
of
viable strategy, guys. It was more of just a thought process.
I like.
Anyway, Bignum, one of his camps is blocked off here, as well as Maposhka being able to see him means he could come over and leash some of this experience.
It.
But
Yeah.
they also blocked one of the camps here for the Radiant.
Wild Wing not necessarily the greatest to pick up either. As Cheshire Cat's going to take some of this damage from Van Score. Mid lane though, battle coming in. Cool Man in trouble. He's going to end up giving up first blood. FN picking it up.
First blood.
Yeah, there you go. So good choice not going up and just leeching from the Chen. Made his own play instead. Gets the first blood mid. And bottom lane with no creeps. This is a frustrating situation for the Radiant. They can't pull. They block their own hard camp because they don't want the Chen to be able to abuse it. That makes sense. And but the fact that their small camp is blocked kind of hurts them.
Kind of odd decisions here. Like half of Empire goes in, the other half stays behind. Silent looking like he just wants to farm. And the end result is Sand King still gets a lot. Level 2 right now. He does have the Caustic. Level 1 again. So I guess that this is just the build that Cheshire Cat likes to go.
There's also Earth Spirit too, though. So like, yeah, or the Shadow Poison. There's a lot of things that can still disrupt him if he tries to use it. This is smart to use the Tornado to do this, but they will hunt it out. Great play by Maposhka to find that.
Yeah.
Make sure they can't just keep holding this wave back, because there's obviously no way for them to hold the wave at all in the Radiant. So yeah, it's just gonna be mostly pushing in for it. Oh, actually, it bounces back a little bit because, as you said, he has that Caustic. So if they want to try and control this up, now would be a good opportunity for it. Meanwhile, mid lane, he just did it again.
Oh, God. Pendants here. It's not going to be enough. They actually get the salve off afterwards. So Tinker going to be back up to full HP. Level 4 on him now. And Silencer really struggling. I mean, he TP'd back to lane too, so he has to wait a little bit before his TP comes off cooldown. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they found themselves Cheshire Cat again. Burrow Strike comes through, but they're also able to get off the Lucent Beam first. They need at least 2 more before it would be a kill with the poison, and seems unlikely to happen there. Send back, and then sure to be a Cheshire Cat TP away as well.
That setback's actually so annoying.
Yeah, it's a really cool
Throw
one.
a free burrow strike on you like that. Oh, all right, guys.
What
Guys,
the hell?
Your silencer, he's just getting rolled on. He's like never missing. But Poshka's ownage this game.
Right, I need to keep my eye on mid more often. That's the
Well,
third time.
He just goes 100-0, right? Like you can be watching the health bar and stuff or whatever, and we're still watching these fights down bottom, and just one roll, just gone.
Well, now he has to walk back to lane because he's used 3 TPs. Tinker is 16 and 12. FN is demolishing.
Yeah.
As he misses a CS.
He has no boots too, so he has no hope at dodging these, even if he had a ward, which he does he have any ward? He has no ward. So.
Guys, let's pick silencer mid, and then FN's just gonna destroy me. He's level 3 right now. Like what the hell? All right, Cheshire Cat might be in trouble here. They have the imprisonment. But actually, Bignum is going to come in. He could go for a send back. That might be the only way that Cheshire Cat lives here. As Ghost Stick takes down Always Wanna Fly. The battle's coming through. They're trying to take down Shadow Demon. They do kill off the Sand King.
5
a lot of damage
Shadow
in.
Poison stacks.
That's how it works.
Holy.
Pendants? Do they have enough damage, though? They don't. And with that, they're going to have to back out again. So 5-0 start. And actually, Bignum's going to lose his life here, too, I think. If they get another hit here.
Block.
Yeah, that's really good.
The Centaur.
Denied.
Damn. Well, I mean, it was risky going for the TB still after the axe, and then going for the core silencer, but you got to pull out something a little bit tricky, I think, at this point. You know, Empire is supposedly going to be the better team. You know, they're a bunch of pretty good dudes in this Dota 2 game.
Yeah.
I admire their attempt at something kind of crazy. Smoposhka really gonna get to force out a shrine. This is like the dream scenario if you can make this guy shrine right now. Uh oh, yeah, you're playing this a little bit. Yeah, nice, nicely done by Always Wanna Fly. Doesn't waste the shrine for his mid hero.
Yeah.
Now Kuman won't abandon.
Well, he might
But
still.
they're smoked up mid again. Yeah, he might abandon in a second here.
This is a rough one. FN, you can force them back. They don't decide to go any further. The thing that's scary about this is if with the ward up there, like if Kuman ever gets low, they can blow him up so quickly.
They know there's no supports bottom, so Sansa should be playing really cautious right now.
Well, there they go. Open it up. Always Wanna Fly finds the kill on the Ghost Stick, but mid lane, it looks like they might be able to find this kill. They need a little bit more damage. They missed the poison, but he still might drop as a couple more hits are coming in. The salve is there. They break the salve. And even though he lives, he's still not feeling great about it.
Yeah. Bottom lane, though, they did drive out the Luna because she had no supports. So they kind of noticed that, so they've just been pressuring down here with the Chen. And then Cheshire Cat will just go and get this next wave. So Cheshire Cat, I'm getting there, guys, I swear. I will say it right one day. This one's grabbed the wave. Oh, Ghost Stick, man, the depth in every lane. 7 kills now, 6.5 minutes. They do grab the Dazzle. But TV still focusing up here on the axe and drives him on back.
Maposhko is barely able to live there too. That was really close. And bottom lane, more dives coming through. They were able to take down that Centaur before it got the stomp out, but Vanscore still maybe gonna fall. Does he end up dying to the Caustic? I think he's got enough regen that it's not gonna happen. And the roll forward now, they found themselves a Bignum. The stun is there, and the right clicks to finish.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And despite all of that time they had on this tower, they don't even get it down that far. I guess it's decent, but they still have to go ahead and do this again. You probably won't see the same rotations from the supports away, or they'll just be more ready to just kind of kill anyone who comes down here to try and make that play. So everything looks pretty damn good for Empire right now. The worst part of their game right now is just the axe, but it's not terrible for him. He doesn't have that many last hits, but with the kill, things look kind of okay. I mean, he's still above the Sand King for sure.
Yeah.
So he has a nice stack here as well. Who needs Iron Talon, right?
It's a little bit sad that it's no longer in there for Ghost Stick, but these things happen.
Yep.
So level
Van
6.
Score, they might wrap on Bignum here. Looks like he went and checked for wards first instead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Would have been nice to catch that. Instead, Cheshire Cat just gonna go for an epicenter immediately onto Vanscore, and Well, he does get the imprisonment there. Silent, trying to run away. They get the penance onto him. They kill off Vanscore.
This might be enough to get this tower, too. They're going to have to rotate more assets down bottom here for the Radiant. They want to make sure this doesn't happen. Dazzle's here, too, so the heal. This might just be a time to run away here.
Well, Coolman is starting to catch up to Tinker.
Yeah, this is really important that they're getting this, too. And now this is all backed up by Global Silence, too.
Yeah.
With no Earth Spirit mid, he can feel pretty safe to play aggressively. However, Tinker does have 3 points in the March, so he was dominating at level 4 with the 2-2 build, and now all of this time he's just been working towards his economy here, like getting that March going, having the rearm. So they're gonna go try and help out Ghostic top.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They also have the Boots of Travel now done for the Tinker. Looks like he's going next for the Soul Ring, so still wanting to pick that up. As Silent moving in with Vanscore. They have themselves a catch on the Terrorblade. They get the global out. That's going to stop any sort of turnaround coming, and Lucent Beam not quick enough.
Very nicely done. Did not have a Sunder, so there was no potential play in like the middle of an Eclipse or something, so they had to burn the global or he would have just died.
Yeah.
But this might end up being their own tier 1 tower top. Now, what do you do as the Dire? Can you try and fight this? You have level 4 Metamorphosis. TV's on his way back. You don't have global. You have a Sand King that's trying to farm a Blink top, and you don't have any way to draw the waves from far away, unfortunately. So Ghost is still able to run forward here, drive back the Dazzle. This is a really difficult fight to take if you're the Dire.
Well, and Ghostic is going to be in a really good position if they're able to take this tower. Probably coming close to finishing off his Blink Dagger with one more wave in it.
They still have so much time because they haven't actually rotated up the Luna. I thought she would be here to try and help with this, but okay, she gets the bounty rune. Is she going to come now? No, she just wants to farm more neutrals. So this is a really slow siege, and rather than just getting the tower and leaving, by doing it this way, you actually like keep getting every wave that comes in. You're denying every wave from your opponent, and you kind of create this awkward pressure of just like, well, is anyone going to come deal with top? Like, what are we going to do?
Oh. Very odd.
They're going to stack the siege creep, it looks like, too. Pull him in here.
Okay. I mean, it is going to be Ghostic still getting his farm. I guess the other thing about this, you talk about the Blink Dagger timing. If they want to, they could even think about like coming down and fighting bottom lane where Maposhka, he's getting gone on, but Tinker is in the area as well. The 2-person stun, turning it back around. They get the silence out onto the Chen. They were able to TP out with one, but it looks like the Chen is going to fall.
Oh, now it's so tempting to pop it, though. He might live.
Oh. He could.
God.
All right. Stun coming in. No. It's not going to be enough. There's no way. There's no way. He wasted a lot of time.
Why don't you just believe in something?
Because I know. I understand. I understand where this is
Top
going.
lane, Axe. He's on the Dazzle.
Oh, Burrow, Epi, the turnaround, the heal, the kill. Ghostic goes down, and now Silent also in trouble, but should be able to get out of there. That was the Axe. Blink Dagger reveal.
Oh, I can't believe how long he lived. I'm so sad for Big Dome. That was hilarious. Well, now it's time for Tinker to come back up top, though. He has 4 points in the March, thanks to those events down in the bottom lane. And so the push becomes rather difficult. I guess he just goes Blink Aether Eggs? Just because it's the TB? I mean, it depends. If there's no threat from the Dire of actually doing too much, you don't really have to worry about the eggs too much. You go more into like the ganking items.
So what does Tinker really need to be worried about this game? It feels as if he can kind of just has a free one, with the exception of like Global Silence. Yeah, and even that.
It's like Global Sand King. That's pretty much it.
I don't know.
But you're right. They are lacking in the damage overall. I guess if you penitence them, that might be enough, right? With the bonus damage. So if it's like Chen and Sand King, they could have enough damage together with a global to bring him down pretty easily.
Yeah.
But not the most mobile hero, this Chen guy here.
I think that Chen might go down here, or at the very least his creeps will. Maposhka rolling forward. They won't be able to get that, but Ghostic gonna go for the call. The pullback on the Chen creeps. Man, that was really quick. Oh, he must have used it a little bit earlier. Teleport delay is only 3 seconds, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty absurd. I mean, that's why it was working so well in those chronos, too.
Yeah. I didn't realize it scaled that well.
And it's also one of these situations where we've lost the Fusel Blade too,
Dire's
so it's
bottom tower is
hard to
under
deal with
attack.
again. You need like a nullifier, or you need to Yules them.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Or what? I mean, obviously it doesn't matter that much for the creeps, but more for
You can
heroes.
You can ult them with the Shadow Demon. Maybe that was part of their thinking on the hero too.
I wonder if the Brewmaster is going to start to be using that Dispel Magic more. Like you start using Brew as an answer for Purge.
Sadly, he's banned every game, so.
That's true.
We got him game 1 today, and he won, and that was it.
I think I'm going to start spamming Brew in my pubs. I love that hero.
He's a very fun hero.
Yeah.
Extremely satisfying to play.
Empire grouped up mid. Ghost Stick is ready to initiate, but it looks like they're going to have to head up to the north into the jungle, and we'll see if they're able to find this Terrorblade.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, it'd be pretty big if they could get it. They would know he's in this camp, and thinking about jumping forward, they do have sight of him, and immediately going to pull him in. There's a ton of damage, but he's already taunted. The global comes out. I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep him alive. The stun connects onto the epicenter turnaround, though. Is it going to be enough? They're bringing in the Tinker also. A ton of damage. They get the Sunder off. That's keeping him alive. Poor, poor Shadow Demon.
He sundered the jet.
Oh, Maposhka. He's going to drop also. Yeah. I mean, that's what happens, you know. You're Chen. You take it.
You get sundered by your TV and then instantly die to it.
Radiant's top
Tinker
tower
missile.
is under attack.
Well, that sucks.
Radiant's top tower.
I mean,
Glad
it
it
worked out
wasn't
for
that
them,
Chen.
right?
I mean, I guess, but Terrorblade hits Chen with Sunder for 691 damage. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Ghost Stick. Oh, he got imprisoned. That's keeping him alive. Silent is here too now. The Eclipse is coming out. Is it going to be enough damage? They lose the Silencer. Ghost Stick actually cancels this call there after the blink. So it ends up working out. And now they have this Silencer illusion as well that came out from the Shadow Demon.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, it's the Radiant team who are gonna get that earlier push. I mean, that's the beauty of Luna, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to do their own thing here on the side of Gambit, but Lunar Doter.
Dire's middle tower is under
That's
attack.
Man, Glaive used to be such a terrible spell compared to how sick it is now.
Well, it's
Like,
like
remember it couldn't even bounce off the same thing twice?
it's the 6 glaives now. No, I actually don't remember that. I don't think I was playing Dota at that point.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, that's true. But that was even for like a long time in Dota 2. Like, even farming a neutral camp was like
Dire's middle
shitty.
tower has been denied.
Really.
Now it's so good.
Ooh, Axe gets some illusions there. There's going to be the recall. They purge the Centaur. They actually use the Shadow Demon ultimate on that. He really
Yeah, that's what
wants
you're
it.
saying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely seems more useful for heroes, but that's okay. Are you in on this new axe with the 40 attack speed and then the attacking procs counter helix? That thing's pretty cool, eh?
He went for the strength though.
Yeah. It's too bad it's the level 20. I think if it was the level 15 talent, it would be really cool for axe, and you could actually do some sort of a build where you get all this attack speed and you're just jumping on people and trying to proc 180 pure damage, but it'd probably end up being OP.
He also has that, like, the, what's it called? 100 Berserkers call AoE later, which is pretty nifty.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's like an RP.
Yeah. Cheshire Cat gonna run away again. So this game still feeling a little bit awkward as far as the team movement and everything, but
I think
maybe
this one, it feels like more like normal Dota, or like what we come to expect in terms of like competitive stuff. Like Shadium's going forward to play some aggressive vision, so we can focus on taking this bottom tower. But he's being spotted out, so they're gonna rotate around behind him. Then they're gonna deward his ward. He's gonna be sad. This is normal Dota things. Normal Dota. Goodbye, Chen. Or sorry, goodbye, Shadium. Wow, how much damage that was.
-2.
Dire's
Cheshire
bottom
Cat
tower
looking for
is under
Silent
attack.
is going to find him, and that is a big kill if they can find it. Trying to Mask of Madness away. So we'll see. Oh,
sick blink.
Cheshire Cat! What a player! They got him now. Silent in a world of trouble. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, not even worth globling, of course, or Luna eclipsing, but That does keep them in their net worth lead, but you gotta wonder how long can they keep that going. Tinker is farming pretty hard here, and you have an Axe that's gonna start farming very well across the map too.
Oh yeah.
Got his blink. He's almost into his blade mail. Luna's been farming pretty well, but Roche a possible consideration here soon. Honestly, for both teams.
Yeah.
There's a DD even next to it.
And I think Terrorblade is another one of those heroes that kind of got subtly buffed by the... probably he's one of the biggest winners from the buffs about not just losing the illusions on Roche right away.
Yeah, he can solo it really easily now in later parts of the game, and very quickly. Before you still could, but at least now you just send illusions at it, and they just tank it up for you.
So 19 minutes in, it's 10-7. We've got a Terrorblade that's still quite farmed, but we've seen that he's not invulnerable, and particularly against the Tinker as this game goes on, it's going to become more and more of an issue. By the way, Tinker also going for the Kaya.
Yeah, I've seen Tinkers and Storm Spirits building it. It makes sense, right? It syncs up very nicely with all their skills.
Is that how you pronounce it, by the way?
That's how I would say it. Yeah. I say Kaya. Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's funny, this strategy is very similar to their Game 1 strategy, right? Where they had the double saves, where they had the Wyvern and the Chen, and now they have the Dazzle and the Chen. Just this idea of this one really big target. Again, last time it was the PL, right? Yeah. And then this game, it's the Terrorblade instead. And you still have a secondary core, like you have the Silencer. Last time it was the Queen of Pain, but it's a very similar concept of just trying to keep that one big guy alive. Top, there will be a call onto our Dazzle here, but Ghost Stick, I think he can handle this one with the help of Tinker.
They canceled the dunk. I think he's still gone. Yeah. Mechanism?
Mech!
Alright. There's some cute plays there, but I think that... Ooh, nice Force Staff away by Coolman.
That was a bit odd to use the Hand of God for that. It seemed pretty unlikely he was going to survive. I guess he lived longer than I thought he was going to, so whatever. But its top tower should be heading down. TV's net worth keeps going up, but the map is shrinking.
Dire's top tower
for the Dire. Oh, Earth Spirit. Ooh, nice blink from Sankey.
Dire's structure.
So I keep on talking about like the Tinker eventually being able to blow up the Terrorblade. I guess that with Dazzle there, it's still, you know, a potential to save him as long as Axe isn't on top of him. So really it feels like a lot of what this game is going to come down to is how well Axe is able to find the Terrorblade and like get through that shallow grave.
Yeah, I guess my concern is that I still don't see how like pushing is going to be so difficult for the Dire side that even if they can't kill the Terrorblade, his illusion is just going to get lasered all the time. Right. And then their jump potential is very weak to actually grab Tinker himself. So maybe they can count on Tinker just not buying a BKB, and so they just global to kill buildings. And then they glyph, and then it doesn't work, so then you have to come back once global's back, and then you try and fight the buildings again. I mean, it's just a difficult scenario for what they need to do here.
Yeah.
Hey, check out that aura, though. Plus 24 Lunar Blessing.
Hey!
That's how you get this thing going.
Let's see if they can do it. I mean, again, they can go mid here if they want to, or just right into Roche. Ooh.
Radiant are scanning.
That's kind
Scanned,
of cool.
though, by the Radiant. Boom.
Ah, yeah.
Instantly poison.
Yeah. And score knows.
Chenkreep with the Alpha Wolf.
Jessica is there.
Huh?
And you be careful. Van Score trying to live. The jump in from Ghost Stick, but the Yule Scepter lifts him up. That's a great counter initiation for Ghost Stick, and now chasing for more FN. He is going to get globaled now. Can Cheshire Cat do this? He gets a Burrow Strike onto 2, but Silent has already died. And now Empire in a little bit of a scary spot. They do get the imprisonment there. A little bit of a misplay as Ghost Stick jumped at the same time, but they still find 2 kills. So Gambit lose 2, Empire lose Silent.
Yeah, here I thought that Silencer had died too. I didn't realize he'd been sent home. Man, that's annoying. Chen is so frustrating to play against, but very nice call from Ghost. Even though they didn't blow up the Silencer, it allowed Luna to get off her ulti, and now Silencer again, this time no Chen nearby, but Dazzle's coming in.
I mean, oh!
No, that's so sick.
Oh my god! That was really nice. Oh, he still dies. That's fine. Maposhka's gonna pay for it this time at least.
They actually didn't have. Maybe he thought they had dunk too, but either way, there was no dunk there. But he played it right as if there was a dunk.
Silencer need to play catch up here. He's gone for the 4 int steal. Right now he's only got 6.
That skill's pretty high.
I mean, are there going to be that many more kills this game though?
I was just about to say the same thing. That is my only concern. At least we're gonna have some fights around the Roche pit, so maybe that'll be enough to help it out. Oh man, Silent relentlessly denying this entire wave. What a jerk! He just denied a full wave from the Sand King when he's like running away, waiting for it to get to the tower.
I mean, he knows what he needs to do. That's great. Gonna get hit
20
with
more
some of those
seconds
glaze,
until
too.
Metamorphosis.
They want to fight this? And scores in the area. They're bringing in Cool Man also. But again, I don't know. It feels as if Empire's lineup is just kind of going to get stronger and stronger. Is that the same type of thing for Gambit also? Do you feel like they have kind of missed their window a little bit?
Not yet, but it's the later the game goes and they don't have any sort of a lead, the harder and harder it becomes for them. They just everything just doesn't add. I mean, you look at like Ghostic and he sees this Chen right now. He's like, oh well, yeah, I'm gonna jump in there. That looks like fun. Tinker, I don't really need you, dude. Thanks for coming and stealing my kill. Kind of had this situation under control.
Yeah, it feels like that's something that's pretty possible throughout the game too. And granted, you know, you have the same type of thing from Gambit as far as their damage potential, but it's not that global possibility that the Tinker brings. And then also, as you mentioned, the lasering, the illusions. It's a tough game.
Yeah, very much so. But it's also a Terrorblade game, which means one mistake and you're going to lose buildings. So
Okay.
they still have to play some Dota here from Empire. They can't just like go on complete autopilot. So Sand King coming in here. He's got the help of the Centaurs. They actually stun someone. They can make some plays, but...
Oh, and look.
It's the Boston Major all over again.
Loady.
How much damage these things do?
But look, the
Not very
reflection.
much.
Do you see that?
Yeah. No, it is very strong. There's no doubt about that. Like, with the damage and with the aura, it melts him pretty fast. Because it's... Well, what level's reflection? Oh, he does have a max out. He's level 18, so yeah. We're up to the 100%. We're in.
I mean, it's going to kill off the opposing waves just as much as anything else.
Yeah. Well, this is going to get annoying.
This game might be a while. It's kind of what I'm feeling.
It should be... Well, I don't know. Oh, nice Blink Ward. Good ward here.
Creating the illusion, Silent melts. And you talked about it. If you do take 1 or 2 pickoffs...
Oh, that's a DD? I didn't even notice. I was wondering why I did so much damage.
This is a problem.
Yep.
Ghostic looking for a big play here. Do they have any type of vision? The answer is no, but you can't go for a Shadow Poison. Ghostic jumps in, misses the call. The catch onto 2. The global comes out as well. They blow up 1. All right.
Oh my god, that was so unlucky. They had no vision of him. He had no... What?
These things happen. Well, he does catch the Dazzle. So Dazzle goes down at the very least. And Hand of God was used as well there. But that's Aegis on TB now.
Radiant's middle
Okay,
tower is
well.
under attack.
Big win for the Dire. Can they close out a couple of these tier 2s? It will be the question for them, but with this big BKB, 10 seconds here.
It's a timing and a half.
That's what Ghostic's also thinking about getting. Blink Dagger and 1,400 gold done from a Porshka, so he might be a guy who could actually have a pretty big impact this game.
Yeah.
Due to his itemization. And Tinker, yeah, he's going for that BKB. I love this. Because he just knows that the global silence is going to be too annoying to deal with.
Oh.
Porshka. Oh, nice.
Hide
Just
up
roll
there.
Destroys the trees and you get a sick ward down.
That's like the Empire play. I've seen him do that so many times. Uh-oh. Ghostic is in trouble. Alright, well, Terrorblade is a monster. He's level 20. reflection cooldown as well. So now it's an 8-second cooldown for, what is it duration wise? 5.5 second duration.
Yeah, that's pretty sick up against this Luna. Always want to fly, should live. Yeah, he's fine.
Wow. Okay. Now
Saves the grave.
reflection coming out, dealing a lot of damage. They got the purge out already. The roll away tried to save the Shadow Demon. Not happening. Epicenter onto Silent. He's starting to drop low as well. They have Sunder available if they want to use it here, and thinking about going for it now. Onto Maposhka. He's dropped low but able to escape. They do have a blink. The burrow, it catches, it kills. And Cheshire Cat, I was looking at him just a second ago. He's up to plus 18 now.
Wow, things looked so good for the Radiant, but that one pickoff on the Luna helped them so much, and then obviously Ghostic jumping in and not finding anything in the pit. It looked like such a scary place to fight with this Tinker. He has so much, and now he has his Aghanim's too, but I guess we still have to be thinking about this game in that sense. Just the going high ground will be the most difficult part.
Right, how quickly they're able to do that. Obviously, if you find Tinker right now, the game might be over. Buyback status. Tinker does have it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But-
attack.
Caught him.
That's close.
And down to the bottom tier 2. So they're not playing it too risky. Don't want to go high ground or anything like that. Sand King, very nice place to hide. Oh, they just saw him actually. He walked in. Oh, maybe they didn't. Never mind. Thought they were pinging, but it was just Sand King pinging.
Okay. Well, the creep wave's coming in. Tier 2 tower, the second to last one remaining on the Empire team. Gambit looking close to being able to move forward into the next phase
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
of this tournament, or rather next round.
Dire's top tower
Silent
is
picks
under
up a
attack.
haste rune, and so it looks like they're going to try and push for the mid tier 2, see if they can get some type of a trade here. As well as
They're
the
still
top.
farming really well in the Radiant too. This is exactly what happened the last time, where we had this like really high person in the PL, or in this case the TV. Now it worked out in game number 1, but
Has fallen.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm still really feeling the Radiant in this one.
Yeah.
Considering how much space that Dire have gotten, and they're still like only that far ahead, it doesn't look good to me. But they are now moving up, pressuring, kicking them out before doing anything. Oh, that roll
Wow.
runs into Maposhka, or well, Maposhka runs into Cheshire Cat.
Radiant's
But
bottom tower is under attack.
Well, that was the smoke move from all the way in the bottom to the top, and they don't end up connecting onto anything. Tower.
that kind of stuff's pretty punishing. They know they need kills though, because in the end you're never gonna win the lane battle because of the Tinker. You still have to address it and everything, but it doesn't really matter if like 4 waves go cleared or something like that. Like it's gonna happen anyway. Whereas if you just manage to get a kill by making that rotation, then you can actually get something. Tinker might get spot. Oh no, I thought maybe Cheshire Cat was gonna drop that ward down, but
Is under attack.
he's going in for a real deep mission here. Really nice abuse of the vision. You can see down in this bottom lane, he like walks all the way in and places his ward here. Or sorry, in the top lane, my mistake.
Yeah.
So really well done. They have no idea that's there now from the Radiant. They have no reason to suspect it either. And that's gonna spot out this Tinker TPing in, but quickly. Blake's up there.
Oh. Aegis is there. FN, they expect them to be moving in. Yeah, this could be big. It doesn't look like they want to really defend it though.
No, Tinker's going mid. Luna's already bottom. They've taken 1 tower. They're going for the next. Shadow Demon's here. He's gonna copy an illusion. We're back, baby.
Oh, the creep wave is going to push and be gone. We'll see if they try and pressure this tier 3 any further. They're coming back in the bottom lane at least. And with all these
They're gonna
creeps
try and get this
hitting,
kill though.
does it work? There's the jump forward, the call. BKB revealed there as well. Trying to find that kill on Cheshire Cat, but now Terrorblade is there as well. He turns onto Silent, dealing a ton of damage, almost able to kill him off, but not quite within range, and now trying to TP out of there. The call by Ghostic, they're able to dunk him down. Terrorblade still alive, though. Is it going to be enough? They don't have a BKB anymore for that TB. Now the Epicenter out, but they're only going on to Vanscore. That's a dead Shadow Demon, but you still have this TB. He sunders his ally, who's going to end up dropping yet again, unless the Eul Scepter can save him. The stun, a little bit off the mark. They're still controlling Terrorblade here as they're running forward. FN making everything happen. 5 dead from Gambit, and that is Tinker against Terrorblade.
FN had an arcane rune for that whole fight. I was wondering why he was blinking so much. God, that was disgusting. The rearm became so quick. He just shredded everyone. Very, very well played from the rearm. I mean, that was a pretty mechanically high skilled engagement there, especially from him. Really great calls from the Axe too, of course. And then Luna as well, just having to BKB. It was kind of scary because her Manta was down during the global, so she's forcing the BKB, which is a little bit worrisome just up against this Terrorblade, but yeah, wasn't quite able to find her anything for a big Sunder play or something like that. So Silent now forcing himself onto the buildings. Oh, they actually get some of these supports.
Oh, there's the sound, the Terrorblade buyback. He's running into the midst of it all, but the blink away came out. FN just barely getting away from it all, and they can't find anything. There's the Eul Scepter lifting him up and maybe going to be able to follow this up with a kick and then a roll away. Maposhka trying to TP. Messed that up a little bit there, actually. That's going to come at the cost of his life as off to the side, Ghostic, a 3-person call with the Luna in tow. They take down 2. Ghostic finding it. And Cool Man now also going to go down. So Gambit lose 4, and they have buyback only on the Silencer.
Yeah, they really want to go up on the high ground now, too, because they know TB doesn't have buyback, so he can't make a mistake. He has the BKB, though, 9 seconds. He does just mask him out his back into the fountain, though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not sure why. He's very scared, I guess. Just he's not fighting this at all, so just making sure he's not caught. That's a good choice. There is a tier 2 mid, so it's hard for them to make that full rotation bottom, and they're going to choose the tier 2 instead. So they're going to choose to give up 1 lane. And at least if they take another fight later, TB should have 25. We can choose between the attack range or the Sunder.
Oh. It'll be interesting to see what he goes for there. But Ghostic.
SD, Luna.
Yeah, SD Luna, Ghostic on this axe has proven to be quite strong. And now, siege in high ground yet again. FN just being a pest. He's going to probably TP back home, regen back up. Luna buying Mask of Madnesses, apparently. I don't know what that's about, but I was just trying to disassemble and stuff.
This reflection is actually hilarious. He keeps spamming it, dude. It's so low cooldown. He's just like walking up the wave and...
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
16,000 net worth lead for Empire. And Roshan on the menu if they wanted to go for it.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
Silencer looked like he was going to get so scary. And then nothing. I don't know. I thought he was going to have the run back part of the game, but he obviously doesn't have very good farming mechanisms. All he can do is like spam a curse on waves and stuff like that, so...
Yeah.
Can't really compare to these Radiant side heroes. Everyone on the Radiant can farm except for the Earth Spirit, pretty much.
Are Gambit going to be able to sneak this Roche? The smoke broke. Oh, Maposhka. Does he know?
Oh, there's a call. They have found themselves the
Ooh.
Silencer.
TP away, buddy. I don't think it's happening. I think this guy's donezo.
Big play, but he can't waste global.
Maposhka.
So that's okay.
They actually killed Maposhka. So they might realize that this Roche is happening, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get there quick enough. Ghostic looking for the jump. He's going to be able to find it. That's a catch. That's maybe even going to be a kill if they can follow it up in time. Roshan still stands, but they have to lift up onto FN. The BKB pops, but they have the damage that they need. They take him down. There's still a big call coming through. They get the Aegis. Aegis comes out. Ghostic makes it work.
How does he get the Roche kill, too? Like, what the hell? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You're losing your buildings because there's a Luna and SD in your base.
And they're trying to TP back to deal with this, which they're going to be able to, but at the same time, Ghostic might kill the rest of them. He's looking to try and chase down Always Wanna Fly. Oh, he's found himself Cheshire Cat.
Dire's middle tower
Draws aggro from the creeps. Had to wake him up first because it's nighttime. But
Very lazy. Hit the snooze button.
it's tier 4 towers down, and now Silent can pop his BKB and go to town. There is still a Sunder available. No, he pops his Mask of Madness. But it's not, doesn't matter anyway. Silent able to get out of there.
Yeah.
All in all, Empire with a big win. 20,000
very
net
much
worth lead.
so. Another lane of racks. All good. I can't believe he got the Roche kill. And the Aegis. I think they got the cheese. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's on Chen still.
This is not the way that this game was meant to go for sure for Gambit. Who did they ban out last again?
Was it the...
Double damage.
Who was it? I can't recall.
Yeah. Doesn't really
I'll
matter at
check.
this point. Lotus?
Oh, it was Razor, I think. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, that was it. It was. So,
Yeah, I'm
more...
not too sure on that one.
I mean, it's also just been Empire playing a really good game, too. That's the other side of it.
Oh, sorry, they banned Queen because we were talking about how it was the same as the Queen and the Silencer, right? Like
Right.
The, and then, oh no, or were you asking who Gambit banned?
Who Gambit banned, yeah.
Yeah, they banned Razor instead of Tinker. Yeah, that was our discussion. Yeah.
Well, nonetheless, it's definitely feeling like this is Empire's game to take if they play it out correctly. And what does that look like for them? How do they finish this game off here?
Well, they have a Scythe on the Tinker, so that's pretty damn nice. They can get that on the TV before his BKB. Whew. The easiest way is getting another pick off like Kuban. But that's very unlikely to happen. They're all starting to head into the base, so. On the bright side, they only have one place theoretically to defend as the Dire, but we could even see like a smoke play down through the top lane.
Oh, yeah.
They just like hop in on top of someone. Or the tier 4s are also gone, so there's also no glyph, which they probably made note of. So they don't really even need to focus that bottom racks. In fact, that can just be the like, hey, let's like force them to the throne and then just take the racks instantly.
Right. Either way could work. They're going to keep the lanes pushed in, obviously, before they go for anything else. Silent has just about everything that he needs. There is a movement out by Gambit. It looks like they don't want to force the issue and fight around their barracks. Instead, maybe trying to fight around the shrine. Still 80 seconds before it's going to be active again. Vision-wise, Radiant spot out a couple of these heroes. Gambit don't really have the greatest vision in this area at all. The jump forward, the catch, the call. Can it be enough, though? They pop the BKBs in response to the global silence, and now they're starting to fall. Terrorblade not able to get his BKB off, as you were mentioning. Too scary. Silent can follow this. There's another Hex. There's another kill, and GG is called.
That was a pretty cool attempt, I think, from Gambit, though. I think what they were trying to do is the top lane was actually relatively well pushed out. It was like up there. So they were thinking that maybe if they saw Tinker TP to one of those lanes up there, they saw any sign of him, they could immediately jump in that area and try and fight what remained of Empire, just knowing how far behind and how unlikely the victory was. So solid attempt, but very solid game from Empire. The Tinker last pick, you I gotta say, you sniped it.
I mean,
and it was an FN Tinker. This is one of his heroes. He looked damn good on it.
I can't take any
And
credit
it
for
just
that.
felt like Gambit had a very low hope of winning this game after the first like 20 minutes or so.
For sure. They knew what they needed to accomplish, and Empire made it work. Kind of a anticlimactic finish to what was a kind of exciting series back and forth. And it was one that you mentioned, it felt the most like Dota, as we sort of have
Yes.
seen it recently. So thinking about these two teams, unfortunately, you're not going to be here for the final game, but is there somebody that you're favoring a little bit more heavily? It's going to be Empire versus Vega.
Definitely have to favor Empire just because of the they just beat them that best of 5. But I didn't actually watch the games.
Okay.
'Cause I was not able to watch it. So probably gonna go back and watch all these glorious matches that have been going on. But yeah, overall, I just have more confidence, I think, in the Empire heroes, which is understandable. Just like Vega just has been struggling for a bit, but I wouldn't be shocked if Vega won or anything like that.
Yeah, it'd be a really
They've
big
had a
story.
long day too, though. They've been playing like all day, just like Empire had.
Yeah. I think that they just finished up some games.
Yeah, on Dream League. So
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes with Empire versus Vega Squadron. And I believe I'm going to have Aosin to cast that one with me. So Trent Packs for today. We'll call it good. See you tomorrow again, hopefully.
Yes, I shall see you there.
right.
I got to run, folks. So thank you and enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. Take it easy and see you guys in just a few for series number 3, Empire versus Vega.